Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Iliana Magro, and here are the top headlines of the day in Greece. Defense Minister Nikos Dendias voiced strong reservations earlier today about Turkey's potential involvement in Europe's SAFE scheme for defense cooperation. During an event in Sparta marking the fall of Constantinople, the Greek minister warned that third country involvement in the program could pose a risk to the integrity of the European Union. What is the point of internal EU dialogue about the dangers posed by the Muslim Brotherhood when Europe simultaneously funds those who share its ideological framework and who both threaten and occupy European territory? He asked in reference to Turkey's continued occupation of the northern part of EU member state Cyprus and its ongoing claims in the Aegean and Mediterranean seas. His comments came on the same day as the Turkish edition of Euronews reported diplomatic sources in Ankara saying that Turkey's government is pushing for more favorable conditions for its participation in the €150 billion arms fund aimed at boosting EU defense production through market-based lending. Now, the 5 Turkish nationals who were arrested yesterday were found to have no connection to the recent shooting in Thermi in Thessaloniki, which targeted members of Greece's National Intelligence Service. Following their testimonies, they were referred to the Thessaloniki Misdemeanor Court to stand trial for drug possession. The individuals had initially been detained in connection with the shooting, which authorities suspect was carried out by members of a Turkish criminal gang. However, subsequent police investigations determined that the 5 had no involvement in the attack and were instead found to be in possession of drugs intended for personal use. In a related development, authorities have also arrested a 53-year-old Turkish national in Komotini. In other news, the 48-hour taxi strike in Attica enters its second day today as drivers protest against unresolved regulatory issues and mounting economic pressures. The Deputy Minister of Infrastructure and Transport, Konstantinos Kyrianakis, held talks with representatives of the taxi sector yesterday in an effort to address their grievances. The strike is scheduled to end at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Now, Greece's Supreme Court has said that the European Public Prosecutor's Office, EPPO, is the only competent authority to investigate OPEKEPE, the Greek agency managing EU subsidies, including those for farming. The announcement was issued in response to questions submitted by MPs from PASOK and Syriza, who had criticized the Supreme Court for allegedly failing to initiate an investigation into the OPEKEPE case. The government announced earlier this week that it will dissolve OPEKEPE and transfer its functions to the tax authority, following years of corruption, scandals, and EU investigations into illegal subsidy payments. And that's all for today. Tune in again tomorrow for Greece's first English language news bulletin, and ladies and gentlemen, have a good afternoon.